Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Bimbo. I'm a Nigerian trained pharmacist and a UK care assistant. As we all know, Nigerians are very hardworking people. We are family oriented, we are very rugged, we are tenacious. When it comes to hard work, you would always see Nigerians. Everywhere you see hardworking people, right? We thought we were very hardworking back home. We only realized after we moved abroad that hard work resides in the Western world. Like, Nigerians come here and we are faced with different, challenges. It's a totally new phase in our lives, and that has strained so many marriages. With the recent happenings of Nigerian women reporting their husbands to Home Office, and the Home Office is obviously overwhelmed because there are so many Nigerian women reporting their husbands. They want their husbands to be sent back home, or their husbands to just pay for childcare, a lot of things. Amidst all of this, so there's a Nigerian nurse who has been charged for murder since 2022. However, she has just been convicted recently and she's been sentenced to three years imprisonment. And usually when all these Western countries, when they sentence immigrants to prison, it is not likely that after they finish their terms in prison that they would return them back to the society. They want them from prison, go back to your country, especially if you don't have a permanent residency status yet. So this Nigerian nurse, in December 2022, the news says that she is a single mom of a young child. The baby is just 10 weeks old, and I'm beginning to wonder what could have happened to the father of the child. Has this woman been in the UK for a long time before she got married? Did she just give birth in a country and then moved to the UK? How? What happened? But the news just stated that she left a 10-week-old baby in the house. Being a nurse in the UK, if you stick to your contract hours, like your contracted hours, you can work like 3 days or maximum of 4 days. So if she works 4 days, she has 3 days, to rest and stay with her baby. And knowing all of this, it is possible she could have brought her parents in, one of her parents, to come and be doing childminder for her. Or she could have been paying a childminder, 10 weeks old baby. And I'm wondering, was she working with the NHS? If she was with the NHS, she could have still been on maternity leave. Did she pick extra bank shift, or what actually happened? But the news says that in December 2022, this nurse left a 10-week-old baby in the house and went to work for 8-hour shift, maybe from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then she left this baby. She took that huge risk. Of course, some people may do it, but when you're in Rome, they say behave like a Roman. In this country, any child that is less than 17 years old shouldn't be left on their own in the house. I remember my daughter coming home and telling me, oh, my teacher taught me that don't ever stay alone without your parents in the house. And I said, yes, that is true. So all of these culture shocks, I want to believe that this person has this information right from time. This person knew that she ought not to leave even a 16-year-old alone in the house, not to talk of a 10-week-old baby. Probably she just thought she could risk it because this baby cannot talk, right? I don't know what came over her. Maybe she was frustrated. Maybe she had I don't know. But I've also heard the story of a nurse that came to the UK with her daughter, and later, some people do it that you will first move when you secure a job in the UK. You, the primary applicants, you move first, and later the other family members will join you. So this nurse moved to the UK with her daughter, leaving the husband behind in her country, I think Ghana. And then later, when she had worked and made some money, she could afford to pay for the flight and the visa fee of the husband. Then she went ahead to do that. But instead of the husband to come to her, the husband obviously went to another woman. The husband landed in the UK, but did not go to his wife's house. Rather, he went to another woman. So he went with another woman. I think I watched that video on Nana Buselda's channel. So things happen. I can't entirely blame her, but what I'm just thinking is, what could have come over her to have thought of leaving a baby in this country, you can tell your employer that because of childcare, I won't be able to make it. Like, I can't cover this shift with a genuine reason. And I'm wondering, how come she is not on maternity leave? Has she not been working? Did she newly move to the UK? It's just a whole lot of things in my head. So this 28-year-old single mom nurse went to work, but by the time she returned, she discovered her son was lifeless in court. She left the baby in court. The baby was a boy named Joshua Akerele. So when she got back, the baby was cold and, dead. And she put a call through to 999, called the ambulance, and when they came, she cooked up a lie. She told them that she was lying down and sleeping next to her baby when, she slept off, and by the time she woke up, she discovered that the child had passed on, was cold. But upon, investigation, because this country, nothing is really hidden. Nothing is hidden. We should all know that. If you have been taking such risk, I think you should call yourself together, call yourself to order, because they always say that all day for the thief, one day for the owner. So you wouldn't know where you get caught. So this child died, but when the ambulance arrived, they tried to resuscitate the child, but they couldn't do anything. The child had already passed on like 1 hour before our own arrival. So they did some tests on the baby, and they discovered that the child died of overeating, because the mother obviously had put lots of blanket layers on the child. Maybe it was during winter. Of course, December, it was during winter. So probably thought that, this child will be cold. She had already put a lot of blankets on the child. So the child died out of excessive layers of clothing and bedding. The name of the nurse is Alta, and she worked with Royal Bolton Hospital. So she was charged with cruelty to a child, because by the time they now started their investigation, luckily they found the camera in her house. They checked the camera, or maybe the neighbor's camera. They found out that she got back from work. She had no child with her when she returned from work. And then they discovered on her phone, when they did phone forensic, they discovered that she sent a message to her childminder, telling the childminder to help her tell a lie that she was with the baby that day or something. So she pleaded guilty at Manchester Magistrate Court on May 24, 2024. And her sentencing was delayed by a month. And on June, while she was attempting to board a flight to Nigeria, she even tried to escape. In June, she was apprehended at Gatwick Airport with a one-way ticket. So she was trying to abscond because she bought a one-way ticket to Nigeria. The CCTV footage incriminated her, because the CCTV footage contradicted her story. The footage showed Alta leaving and returning to her accommodation without Joshua, her baby. And SMS revealed that she had instructed her childminder to falsely state that she was caring for Joshua on that day. So because of all of this, the childminder later confirmed she had not seen the baby for several days. And because of all of this, the district crown prosecutor for CPS Northwest, Sarah Davy, stated that Ruth Alta failed to provide the care for her baby needed and chose to leave him alone. And as a nurse, she should have been aware of the danger of leaving a child unattended. And another charge against her was attempt to evade justice, which further demonstrated a lack of remorse. That means she didn't have any empathy for the dead child. She told a lie to cover up. That also is a criminal offense. And also the third one is trying to evade judgment. So as immigrants, we need to apply wisdom in whatever we do. Childcare would naturally limit you. Sometimes when you do less shift, you even earn close to when you overwork. There's no point overworking, because the system does not even encourage you to overwork. Just do your contracted hours, put all plans in place. So if today is your first time coming across my channel, please do like this video, share this video, and consider subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always tuning in. I hope to see you in my next video.